think about it because it ties into Haiti's history with, colonialism and slavery.
So it's like a metaphor for being totally powerless.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine that fear of losing your free will, being forced to do someone else's bidding. It really reflects a pretty dark part of history.
Yeah, definitely. That's a pretty chilling thought. But then, of course, we have the modern zombie, the one we all know and love.
Yeah, the flesh-eating kind.
Yeah, and it seems like that shift really happened with Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, absolutely. George Romero's 1968 classic really changed the game.
Yeah, I mean, before that, it was all mind control, but then suddenly, bam, zombies want to eat us.
It was a pretty big
It
shift.
was a huge shift, and then he followed it up with Dawn of the Dead, set in a shopping mall. It was like this whole commentary on consumerism.
Oh, for sure. And that's one of the things that makes Romero so brilliant. He wasn't just about the gore, he was using zombies to say something about us, about society.
Yeah, and I remember watching it and just being like struck by that. All those zombies just mindlessly wandering around consuming.
Oh, yeah, it makes you think. And Night of the Living Dead, that one was really powerful too. A black protagonist trying to survive in this chaotic world. And it's not always clear who the real monsters are?
Yeah, definitely a lot going on beneath the surface.
There is.
Okay, so we've got this whole history of zombies and these different ways of looking at them. But the question is, why are we so fascinated by them? Why are these stories so captivating and, kind of terrifying at the same time?
Well, I think it's because they tap into some of our deepest fears, right? I mean, think about it. Societal collapse. You see that a lot in zombie
Yeah,
movies.
total chaos.
Exactly. Loss of individuality becoming one of the horde, pandemic, disease, that fear, something spreading uncontrollably, and then just the unknown, like what happens when the rules of society break down, what happens to humanity. It's all pretty scary stuff.
It is. It is. And I guess by watching these stories, it's almost like we're confronting those fears in a safe way, sort of like a mental rehearsal for the apocalypse.
Right, exactly. Or maybe it's just a way to process anxieties that we can't really deal with in our everyday lives.
So they like this reflection of our own anxieties, but in monster form.
Precisely. They hold up a mirror to our fears and make us question what it really means to be human, especially when things fall apart. And I guess that's what makes them so enduring, isn't it? This constant fascination with the undead.
It does make you wonder if zombies are a symbol of everything we're afraid of. Does our fascination with them also say something about our hope for resilience, for survival? Like, deep down, do we believe we can overcome even the most horrifying threats? Something to think about, I guess.